Hello everyone and welcome to Siriana Tarot. This is a you versus them love reading for Aquarius. We'll explore your energy, the energy of the person on your mind, and the dynamic between you, not to fix or chase anyone, but to support your clarity, self-trust, and emotional steadiness. As always, take what resonates and leave the rest. Clear messages, advice, and guidance for my Aquarius, please. All right, your person's energy. All right, the Three of Swords in reverse. Your energy, the King of Wands. All right, Aries, Leo, Sag. And what's going on between the two of you is the Four of Swords. Now, this can be healing one another, but the Four of Swords is also inaction, all right? Or not taking action. And your person, the Devil energy in reverse. So it does look like your person is in the process of healing, going through some sort of major paradigm shift here, releasing bad habits, toxic connections. It looks like somebody who's actually really doing the work here, Aquarius, to evolve, to release negative attachments. All right, let's see. But they may be holding back because they are still in this process of healing and need to really continue this. All right, let's see. And we see the Three of Wands. Okay, so pay attention to that number sequence 3-3 coming through. So this person, I do think, is holding a torch for you, but I do feel like they come off as a little bit distant here, Aquarius, because they're still in this heavy process of healing. And it feels like it's from something else, something from their past or a previous relationship. All right, let's see how they're viewing you. The Eight of Pentacles in reverse. So they may know that you're holding space for them. The Eight of Pentacles in reverse feels like they may worry that you're not willing to put in the effort, because it feels like almost like they can't fully give to this connection just yet, because they're still very self-focused, but not in an egotistical way, but focused on that healing. I also think with the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, it's very Aquarian energy, even though it's earthy energy with the pentacles there, but they see you as somebody who's very different. They see you as somebody who's very different, somebody who it is just unlike other people they've dealt with, or other people that they're used to dealing with, or other people that are around them. Now, you're coming off in a very powerful energy here with the King of Wands. So some of you may have Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius in your chart. But you're coming off as being very sexy, very driven, a manifester, knowing what you want. Very focused is what I'm getting. Successful. You're really in your power here, Aquarius. All right. And we see the Two of Cups in reverse. And I do think you're seeing the potential here, but there's this inner knowing, Aquarius, that I'm getting from your energy of like, maybe this can't quite come into union, or doesn't need to be in union just yet, because it's almost like you're not quite on the same wavelength. You're viewing this person as the Ten of Cups in reverse. Yeah. So maybe this person has just been through some sort of divorce or separation or personal loss. Now, obviously, for some of you, it could be that, you're separated from this person. Okay. Sorry about the background noise there. But I do feel like a lot of you, this is somebody who you're very into, very interested in, but you know that there may be a bit of a timing issue. You're showing up as the King of Swords, which is Aquarius energy, which is telling me you're seeing things very clearly, honestly, and you're very, you're seeing things from a higher perspective, recognizing your feelings and your emotions and your attraction here for this person, but also being quite emotionally intelligent and seeing the reality of the situation of this person needing more space or needing more time, without, putting your life on hold. So with the Four of Swords here, the relationship feels like it may be a little bit stagnant, or it may be at a standstill here. Your person is viewing the relationship, though, as the King of Cups, so that there's a lot of love here. And I do think there's a part of them that knows that they're drawing you in, very attracted to you. You know, the King of Cups is a creative visionary, so there's definitely hope in this energy. Hope that we can find creative solutions to, you know, making this work or taking things slow, being on the same page. Yeah, but you're viewing the relationship as the Nine of Swords in reverse. A little bit of, you know, fear and anxiety here. Even though it looks like you're seeing things very clearly and from this higher perspective, but you're also seeing things as, you know what, maybe things aren't going to change. You know, maybe things can't change right now, despite me wanting to move this forward or despite me really wanting this person. All right. But yeah, but you're in that King of Wands energy. So you're really in your power. So most likely you're not shutting down other options and you're not shutting this down either. Feels like you're taking quite a realistic approach here, Aquarius. All right. Let's see what else we need to know about this person. What else do we need to know about this person? Yeah. So we see deceit coming out in reverse. So this person, it does feel like they're open and they're honest about what they're going through, how they're feeling, you know, and recognizing that they may need more time in order to show up in this relationship or show up for you the way, you know, they would like to. We see appreciation. Yeah, so I do think this person is working on, I just feel like with this appreciation energy, they are working on their self-love, self-respect, you know, building up their strength and courage after being through something or being with someone who it feels really did sort of chip away at them. And we have man holding a coin. Yeah, so I see that this person, Aquarius, unfortunately isn't in a place to fully invest as I'm reading the energy right now. Okay, so let's see what else we need to know. What else do we need to know about this person? All right, so we see golden mirror. I'm not reading this as this person being a narcissist, but I do think that they need to be self-absorbed right now. They feel like they need to just focus on themselves. And again, they may have been dealing with someone, is what I'm getting, that was a narcissist, or they were in a one-sided relationship, maybe even are breaking free or healing from some sort of trauma bond here. All right, and we see the snake, third party. Yeah, and I mean, this person could still be around them, but I'm actually not really reading this third party energy as like, you know, them being a player, them dealing with other options. But I'm kind of getting they need to let someone or something go here, and not in the sense that they need to separate from this person, because it feels like that separation has already taken place. It just feels like they're not quite healed yet. All right. And they're well aware of it, and I feel like you're also really well aware of it. And that doesn't deny the fact that there are strong feelings between the two of you, but it does create a bit of a timing issue. All right, so we see love, so your energy, so you're in the energy of self-love. So again, Aquarius, you're also looking at, you know, the timing might be off. The person might be right, but the timing might be off. So I have to make the healthiest choices for me at this point in time. And respect myself, even though I do see that there's affection and attraction here. And yeah, but I mean, there's a part of you where you do feel like your heart could really be open to this person. You and this person getting together feels like in a lot of ways it could be perfect, but it feels like there's that timing issue. All right, so let's see if there's anything here going on that we're not quite seeing. Is there anything going on that we're not quite seeing? All right, so unbreakable. So again, there's this very strong bond between the two of you, and strong-willed. And I do kind of get that from the King of Cups, you know, that this person does want to find creative solutions to seeing where this goes, making this work, but needing time. All right, but you know, it's a slippery slope there. Excuse me, I'm not sure why my throat chakra is acting up. But it's a slippery slope, because you do want to make sure, Aquarius, that, you know, this person can meet you where you are and what you need, and, you know, without putting your life on hold and feeling like you're missing other opportunities. All right, so let's take a look and see what Spirit's advice is here for you. Advice and guidance for my Aquarius, please, regarding this connection. Something is missing. Yeah, and I think you're well aware of that. Okay, and they may have even told you, like, I'm not whole. I can't give my whole self to you at this point. And give yourself space from this is Spirit's advice. Yeah, so again, you know, holding space for this person is one thing versus putting your life on hold, right? Anything else, any other advice and guidance we have for my Aquarius, please? All right. Stay in self-respect. Act in ways you won't need to justify to yourself later. Yeah, and I get that with that love card. I mean, I feel like a lot of you, you're already there. Okay. And let it unfold. Natural timing can't be forced. Yeah, so allow things to unfold naturally. Live your life. You know, don't shut down your other options here. All right. Is there anything that this person would like to say to you? Is there anything this person would like to say to my Aquarius? You inspire me, okay? Inspire me to be better. You inspire me to continue on this healing journey. And I don't know if I can meet your expectations. Yeah, so there's some pretty big question marks here for sure, my lovely Aquarius. All right, I'm going to leave it here. I'm sending you so much love and light. Take care.